Hello, guys. Hello, hello. I am so sorry. I know I said last week I was going to start doing lives at 5, and guys, it's just so hectic and crazy over here right now. For people that follow me on on Instagram, I mean, you'll know I've been posting a lot of crap. Yes, I'm on live chat. Hey, Keenan. Hey, wife. Hey, Joseph. How are you, sir? I'm so sorry. Courtney walked in the house and she's like, "Are you doing a live tonight?" I'm like, "Well, hell yeah, I am." And she's like, "Well, when?" It's 5:45. I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing it at 5." Um, Keenan says he's good and supplies. Um, I'm doing pretty good. I've been really busy and sorry guys, really busy and really hectic over here. Um, Courtney's brother's flying in from Oregon with his family tomorrow, and I have a bunch of orders I got to get done. Three of which are people who are probably going to be on the stream later. I'm just super busy, and I mean, this is exactly what I wanted, but I didn't really think it was all going to hit all at one time. I kind of thought it would gradually build up, and that but yeah, I'm fairly busy right now. I actually have to call somebody back about another job, but I can't do that job till I get my dust collection. Uh, because I believe it's 28 shaker. I'm here. Um, yeah, I would say like Vince says, it's Poopy Pie stealing all my bandwidth, but right now it's Courtney because she's on the porch streaming not only music but also my channel. So she's double streaming and I'm streaming. Yeah, but if it doesn't work out, Courtney has to shut her music off. So let's see, what did I miss, guys? Joseph says hey to Courtney and all that. So yeah, I've been really busy in the shop. Yeah, don't cross the streams at all. Yeah, don't do that. I've been busy in the shop. How much? I think I've went through almost 50 board feet, well, probably closer to 60 board feet of material in the past day and a half. Good thing is a lot of them are glue up for bowls. So that makes my life easier. It's not like there was a lot of milling and all that kind of stuff. So it was basically squaring up and gluing together. But you know what it's like to watch glue dry? It takes forever. It's like paint. Joseph says, "Great, Ma. I did a small upgrade to the rear section. Just some little painting of the rear brakes and all the exposed metal parts to stop any rusting." Well, that sounds good. Mike Roten says, "Good evening, Mr. Edge. How are you, Mike? How are you doing?" I've been busy. Yeah, I've been having fun though. I've been busy, but it doesn't bother me because I enjoy what I'm doing now. So it's fun. Oh, you're recovering from the flu. I think me and Courtney have it. It's great. I love it. I can tell you where to get some. Yeah, and that's another thing. I've just been so congested lately, and Courtney has. She felt like crap yesterday. I felt like crap for, I don't know, probably about 2 months. It comes and goes, but yeah, it's bad. Every morning waking up and every night going to bed, it's just crap. Joseph says, "I found it hard to believe the rear is rusted after only 3,800 miles, all garage." Go figure. Yeah, that kind of sucks. The flu is the devil. I believe you. I trust you. And I agree. Courtney says, that's not good, Joseph. Not good. It really isn't. Joseph says, hi, Mike. Joseph also says, all fixed up, though. I took care of it. Rob Motive says, good afternoon. Thank you, sir. How are you doing this fine afternoon? I've been busy. Mike says, hello, Rob. And Rob says, hey, Mike. So, yeah, Japanese metal, aka castish iron. Yeah, it's bad. I think it's the same thing that Toyota frames are made out of, honestly. Wow, Rob says he just got back from a Jeep ride. How is all doing? I'm doing good. I've been in the shop all day, but Rob, you know, you've been liking my photos. And now she's trying to choke me with her headphones.
Yep.
Joseph says, shrap. Yes, exactly. Tundra Whisper says, I'm dealing with the flu right now. Wouldn't wish it on any of my worst enemies.
Sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. I've been like borderline. I've almost had it, and then I get a little bit of that green yellow stuff, and then it goes away, and then I almost have it. And I've been like this for what? What would you say, Court?
3 months.
Oh yeah, almost 3 months. So I'll wake up and I'll feel fine, and then I'll get to work, and it's just like crap for a week. It sucks. Mike Roten says it's awful, TW. It is. It really is. Mr. Baker's doing this to everyone. That's a drag, TW. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, me too. It's bad this year. We've actually had a couple people die in New Jersey from the flu this year. I mean, I never remember people dying from the flu. I mean, damn, I didn't even remember taking off school having the flu. Mike Roten says, hey, K-Dog! Oh. Tundra Whisperer says, Rob took a ride in a 4x4. Nice.
Oh, my God. You guys are bad.
Rob says, howdy, Courtney. Joseph says, hi, TW.
Hi.
Tundra Whisperer says, it does suck. Yes, it does. Joseph A. Baker Sr. says, that was for when Courtney walked by. There you go. For when you walk by your phone next. Tundra Whisperer says, they cure some cancers, but the flu is a mystery. Well, I think we're creating the flu.
Yep.
I mean, we give you the flu, a synthetically made enhanced flu, to stop us from getting the flu, which means we're creating new strains of the flu. It's really counterproductive. I mean, how are you going to give somebody the flu to stop the flu? I understand how vaccines work. But every year you shouldn't have 3 different flu shots that you could possibly get. You got to pick the one that's in your region or area. Yeah, that don't make sense to me.
I still get a flu shot.
Yeah, I don't get a flu shot. I've had 2 flu shots. I've had pneumonia twice. Never do it again.
Pneumonia has nothing to do with the flu.
Well, it does.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Because every time I get it, I end up sleeping at night.
Sure, honey.
All the mucus and everything goes in my lungs. Yeah, horrible.
Great.
Tundra Whisperer says, Courtney, can I put in a kitchen order? Hot bowl of mac.
Okay, coming right up.
It'll be there in like 2,000 miles, maybe 2,200. Rob Motive says, I would like a steak, please. Do you have any meatloaf too? You know what? I've been wanting freaking meatloaf.
Man. Meatloaf, gravy, mashed potatoes, and peas. Sounds amazing.
Exactly. But I want that homemade gravy out of like beef. Oh.
Yes.
Man.
Now I don't want the soup that I'm gonna heat up. Thanks.
See what you did, TW? How do you like your steak, Rob? He likes it dead, killed, and re-dead again. Me, I like it to almost get off my plate. Rob Motive says, oh man, I love meatloaf. Yeah, and you know what, Rob? That's good for you because even frozen, they taste the same. So it's great.
Oh my goodness.
Rob Motive says, med well, TW. Medium well. Yeah, no.
Medium. Depends on the steak cut.
Yeah, it does depend. If you're going to give me a filet mignon, it needs to be like rare, medium rare. If you're going to give me a New York strip, it needs to be medium to medium rare. If you're going to give me a porterhouse or a T-bone, which has a New York strip and a filet mignon, you better get it right there at medium. So my filet is going to be bleeding when I cut into it.
It's a good song.
Poopy Pie stealing all my bandwidth. Tundra Whisperer says, perfect. With some garlic mash. Yes. Oh, man. You guys are killing me. Stream just went black. Now it went pink. Joseph A. Baker says, Courtney, that wing looks fantastic on your hot ride.
Thanks. I just did some additions today.
Yes. She's doing stuff.
But it's Brian's stream, so I won't take his.
You're already taking my bandwidth. Why not my stream?
I'm gonna get it. It's my house too, player.
TW, what did you think about that cherry that I came across? I mean, I was really pleased with that cherry. Rob Motive says, oh yeah, that wing is awesome.
Really
Love
is.
the carbon fiber. It is beautiful.
It was
Oh my
worth the wait.
God, it is amazing. TW says, hello, Baker Sr. So Rob, what are you thinking about how the bowls are starting to look already? Is it what you guys were wanting?
And if you say no, tough.
Yeah, Courtney said if you say no, tough. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to ship them to you and expect money. No.
I have more salad bowls than these.
Yeah, I guess I'm selling salad bowls if Rob don't like them. I think you, I think you should like them. I really like how that little cherry ring's going to come out in the middle. And boy, I'll tell you. That planer made a huge difference. But damn, that planer can shoot out some chips, can't it, Court?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it made a mess. I cleaned up with a shovel.
You act like you cleaned up.
I did. I have a whole bag of chips right now.
What kind of chips? Are they salty?
No, they're cherry and maple.
Doesn't sound very good.
Didn't look at it very closely. I sold that stack of dried white oak for $800. Not bad for 12 hours of work. No, not bad at all. I mean, that comes down to, what would you say, like $34 an hour? Somewhere in there? Mom asked if they are done yet. No, Mom, they're not done yet.
Halfway?
They're almost...
Under halfway.
They're almost assembled. Actually, one of them's glued up. I have to let them glue up. When I jointed the boards, I could joint them and sit them off to the side and then go back and cut them into the disc that I need. But the glue up overnight, because there's so much surface,
Daily.
I need to let that
Come here.
I need to let them cure overnight. So tomorrow, first thing tomorrow morning, maybe even tonight before I go to bed, depending on how the squeeze out looks, I might, undo the clamps and glue up the other ones, but I'm not sure yet. I'll probably have to glue them up first thing tomorrow morning. So, Rob Motive says, LOL, $66 an hour. Damn, my math is getting horrible, honey.
Oh my.
I was
Who
at,
are you? And what did you do with my husband?
I was at half.
Oh, good lord.
I would add another hour onto that because I don't like that pay per hour, TW, at all. Yeah, I came across like almost 7-inch wide, 12-quarter cherry that had some sapwood in it. Now, I know a lot of people don't like sapwood, but I love the contrast. So I hope you do too, because that's what you're getting.
But if you don't, let him know.
Yeah. Well, it's already glued up, so I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Rob says he can't wait to eat the glue. Oh no, trust me, I make sure it's tight enough to where there's no glue. And besides, it's almost all that's getting turned out. I really need to get the one-way core saver or bowl saver, because out of what I'm doing, out of these 3 projects, I could have had 3 or 4 other bowls that I could have turned, but unfortunately my lathe does not have the torque and horsepower to be able to use one. So unfortunately I got to be a little bit wasteful. I mean, it'll spin fast, but yeah. And TW, it was 10 feet long, I believe. Yeah, I think it was like 10 feet long. How much do you think I paid for that chunk of cherry? Actually, let me go get the receipt and I'll tell you how many board feet it was. You want to take over, Bun? Yes, thank you. Be right back, guys.
Right. Hi. How's everyone? Ugly mess because I've been sick. Sorry. Here he comes. So I guess that's done now. Bye.
Sorry, had to go to the edge cave. I don't have a back cave. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Rebel says, sup, Brian and Courtney?
What up?
That 12-quarter cherry was 14, almost 14 3/4 board feet. So how much do you think I paid for that, TW? Was that 14, 12 quarter? Yeah, 14.65 board feet. How much do you think I paid for that?
$20.
I would love it. I'd go back and buy it all. Which, by the way, the place that I got it from said that if I order a whole log from, like a whole tree from them, that they will cut it all down into blanks for me and lumber if I just give them the size for specific woods. And
Discount?
yeah, actually at a 5% discount. As long as I get over 100 board feet, they'll give me 5 or 7%. And if I start a business and give them a tax ID, it'll go from 7.5% to 10%.
Sweet.
Rob Motive says hi, Justina, and String Bean says hi, Edge, upside down and backwards. He must be playing with his flashlight again. Rebel Rouser says Mike. Rebel says Rob. Mike Roten says, what's your favorite wood, K-Dog?
I like walnut. It doesn't matter, like, what I'm looking at, I'll always pick out the walnut not knowing that's what it is.
I actually have 3. I mean, walnut's a given. I'm going to leave that out of my list. Bloodwood. I like zebra wood. And I'd have to say one of my favorite woods, and one of the woods that I actually like to work with that a lot of people don't like, is Purple Heart and Yellow Heart. It's heavy, it's dense. The finish is amazing. I mean, I just love it.
Lemont's my favorite.
Actually, it was a little bit more, a quite bit more expensive than that, T-Dub. Because now my maple was actually a little bit cheaper than that. Now I could have got like $7 a board foot for the thinner stuff, but the real thick stuff like that, they really like kill you on. But I for what I have seen cherry go for around this area, it was a great price. Like normal, if I get rough sawn cherry that hasn't went through a joiner or a lathe, just straight off the bandsaw, you're at like $7, $8 a foot around here. So, and I'm talking for like 5/4, 6/4. If you get S4S, you're looking at like 9. So I need to find a cheaper place to get it, but their prices on maple and like maple and oak, ash and elm, box elder.
I like box elder.
They have great prices on that.
Did anybody say what their favorite wood was?
Yeah, what?
What's your guys' favorite wood?
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see here. Rebel Rouser says, "What's for dinner?"
Leftover soup of leftover roast beef.
Yeah, that beef is probably like 2 weeks old now.
No. Well,
She's gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
String Bean says, "Hi Mike, hey you Bean." Mike Rorton says $60. If I could get that for $60, I would be very excited. Yeah, if I could get live edge cherry plank. Actually, they don't have live edge cherry planks. What they have is it's like first and second cut without the bark. So they have radius edges, which is considered a live edge, but it's intermittent down the board. And one of the other reasons that I paid so much for this is because of it was clean. There was hardly any, there was no checking. There was hardly any knots, no pinholes. I mean, it was clear the whole way. So, wow.
They might want to get their car fixed.
You should grow and harvest your own trees. You know what? I would love to. If so, it would be mahogany. Oh my God, TW. They had hickory boards. Yeah, they were hickory boards. Seriously, table size there. At 10, I think it was 8 or 10/4. Can you stop that, please? I'm doing a live stream.
What kind of car is making that noise?
I don't know, but it sounds like a big lawnmower. But I lost my train of thought.
I don't know.
Yeah. Now for maple, they're pretty good for maple, and the smaller cherry is I got 6/4 cherry for like $7 a board foot, which isn't bad. But as soon as you get up to the larger, the real large pieces, they just take advantage of you. I mean, as soon as you get like something that could be like mantle worthy, you're screwed. They had a piece of, I was talking about the hickory. It was 2 feet wide, 5 foot tall, and it was like 8/4. Then they had another one that was 6 feet tall. I almost bought them. Courtney would have killed me.
Yep.
But then there was also a 12/4 that was think it was like 14 inches wide and 12 feet long of hard maple. I wanted it, and I'm like, man, I don't know what I would do with it. Tundra Whisperer says Purple Heart. Yeah, I love it. And they have Wenge seriously like 2 feet there. It was amazing.
What's it called?
Wenge. Wenge. I don't know how I pronounce it. It's probably wrong. It's probably like Ouija. Tundra Whisperer says, I knew it. Just realized I know nothing about wood. I'm going to leave that alone, Rob. Rebel Rouser says, I heard Purple Heart is super hard to work with. You know what? It is hard to work with, but if you have a good, clean, sharp tool, the finish you get on it is amazing. I love it. I actually have a little chunk of Purple Heart downstairs that I think I might make some bowls out of. And Courtney's mom got me a hand-picked piece for Christmas. So I can't wait to turn that one. Then I still have my bloodwood. I like bloodwood too. Tundra Whisperer, no. I'll just tell you, it was $10 a board foot. And it was mainly... It was mainly because of the thickness. If I would have went down like 3/4, I could have gotten for seriously like 30% less. But when I seen that, I'm like, that is going to be amazing. With the cross screen, I had an idea. I knew what I wanted to do. I walked in. They had it. I bought it. That's it.
Took them 3 hours.
Yeah, Courtney took a nap in the car. Rebel says, same Rob, LMAO. Well, you knew Purple Heart was hard to deal with. So, I mean, you're a little bit up. 12 Cordy Cherry at my supply house is $637. I've had an account with them for nearly 20 years, though. My price point is awesome with them. Man. Yeah, that is great. Now, see, that's the other thing. If I buy more bulk or if I buy more often, they'll definitely work with me. They even gave me the mill guy's name and the ordering guy, and they said, if there's something you want, let us know. We'll get it in for you. They can even get me Gentoa and everything there. So, I mean, I can get all that, really specific stuff that people can't get. I mean, I can get, they had a piece of white oak that was 16/4 by 10 inches wide. It was amazing, but I don't know what I was going to do with it. And I think that was only like $7 a board foot. It was red oak. It wasn't white oak. Their white oak was actually cheaper. Mike Roten says cherry and hickory. I like both of them. And this was actually spalted hickory. It was amazing, and I didn't even take a picture of it. You've seen them 2 slabs on the end, right? They were amazing. I really need to see if they'll let me do video when I go in there. And it's funny because I was looking at their slabs, and their slabs are nice. They're not great. I mean, they're nice though. But like they have like big root cookies of everything. I mean, that's probably better than their actual slabs because they don't sell a lot of slabs, but they do sell like coffee table size cookies. And I looked at one, they had a table. They're like, oh, we want $5,200 for the table. And I'm like, wow. Then I walked in the other room and it was like almost like the book match side of it for like $400. I'm like, what? Like, you seriously want an extra $2,000 for the craftsmanship with a T base? I'm like, okay. I need to charge more. A lot more. Need to like triple my prices or something. I like mixed wood, dark wood swirls. Well, that's good. That's going to be in one of the bowls you're going to be getting, sir. Rob the Builder, can he build it? Yes, he can. No, he can't. Rob can't build anything. Maybe a car, but nothing out of wood. Rebel Rouser says cherry or walnut. Rob Motives, there you go. He says, I build trucks bean. Rebel says, do you think you could get it cheaper if you went to Western PA or Virginia? Actually, me and N3QDZ, aka Matt the Realtor, aka Matt Christopher, we're scheduling, or I'm working on scheduling a day trip out to, I think it's Oxford, Pennsylvania. They have a wonderful hardwood supplier out there. So I'll see. But yeah, I could probably get it cheaper. The problem is me being in the city, they kind of take advantage of you. So it's either I drive a long distance in my truck that gets great gas mileage, or I drive close, save the time and labor to where it still kind of works out the same. But if I could buy bulk, then it'll work. String Bean says, LOL. Mike Roten says, Gear spinning donuts in the Roush. Is Gear here? Did I miss Gear?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think I missed Gear. Am I on? Yes, I'm on live chat. But yeah, Rebel, I definitely think I could. String Beat says, LOL. I've read that already. Rebel Rouser says, that's what it is. String Bean says, black walnut and purple heart, mixed wood, look cool. It does. New channel name, all straight up wood. Yep. Think this could be an issue? It could be, especially if I started my videos with, welcome to my channel. I enjoy hardwood. Could be a problem.
What if I said it? Would it still be a problem?
No, if you said it, you would you would have more subscribers than Gear. Or Rob or anyone. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you said you get your hardwood from the mountains.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Ever worked with willow? I have not.
I love willow trees.
But I do want to get some Hawaiian koa. And I want to work with some Coca-Cola. But the prices on it. And African mahogany. Not African mahogany. African ebony. But I like the black and white ebony. But around here, black and white ebony, they're getting like $60 a board foot around here. And I really can't say I'm going to do that. I mean, it would have to be a really special project for me to get African ebony or black and white ebony. It's ridiculous. My motto, come and get your wood on. Well, T-Dub, that might be why you're not posting videos. You might have posted them, but you just didn't get none. I like it, T-Dub. Very relatable. Yes, and it's straight and to the point. There you go. Rebel Rouser says, what is bloodwood? Bloodwood is a very hard, dense wood, and it's a reddish brown color. The Jenka hardness of it is, I want to say, about 2,400. It's really hard. If you have white oak, which everybody says, oh, it's extremely hard, it's this, it's that. This is twice the hardness on the Jenka scale. So it's extremely hard. What is bloodwood? Wood that's undercooked. Just kidding. But yeah. Rob Motive says, I got a bolt, y'all. Dinner time? Well, see you later, sir. Tell Mom I said hi. People are saying, See you to Rob. Have a good dinner, Rob. I got to go to grilling time. Well, that sounds good. Eat some for me, Rob. Take care. Ever had shoe fly pie? I have not.
Yes.
Rob's giving something. What is it? Excuse you.
It's no.
Cat's trying to get on the table.
It's pecans. No.
Well, in that case, shoe fly don't bother me. Me and pecans don't get along.
Yeah.
Tundra
A
Whisper.
long time ago, my grandma used to make it.
Tundra Whisper says, "See you, Mike. Enjoy, Mike from Rebel Rouser. You make table and chair sets? I do not, but I want to get into it. I watch a guy. His name is Matt Cremona. He's in Canada. Great work. I love his work. But as far as chairs, I got to fine tune some of my jointing. Let's put it that way. If you're a little off on the glue up doing bowls and tables and stuff, you plane it comes out. You're fine. But getting tight joint stuff that won't wobble, I need to work on that. How about hemlock? Hemlock is very nice wood. I like it. It's a little soft for me, though. Joseph A. Baker says, "Okay, guys, got to go. See you, Mr. Baker. Have a wonderful day." I know I will tomorrow. Actually, for the next 7 days, I'm off work. Rebel Rouser says, "Have a good day, Joseph." Hemlock is not a very good wood for that sort of thing, Rebel. It's a very soft wood to boot. You know what? It's not a good wood, but I like the grain. A lot of times hemlock has a really straight grain, so it would work good for like decorative pieces that you're not really going to use, or like inlay that you're going to like urethane over that would give it something like that. But yeah, I like the look of it. Joseph says, "Thanks, Rebel." It's very pretty though, right? Very true, Rebel. Thunder Whisperer says, "It can be with certain grain patterns." You know what? And that's the thing I like. I think I like that it's more gradual. At least most of it that I've seen. Would Ford cherry bar stools be about $2,000? Are you talking like high back bar stool, that kind of thing? Because if so, possibly. Depending on who made them and the quality of the wood and the actual workmanship, easily. I wouldn't have the balls to charge that much for it myself. But, people have their, there's certain things people do. It's like TW. He's great at making cabinets and, custom stuff like that. I'm good on the lathe and, other kind of things like that, to where if I was to go in TW shop and try to do his type of work, it wouldn't match. To where if he came to my shop and tried doing my type of work, it probably wouldn't match. Even though we are both really good at what we do, it's just two completely different things. So, TW says, "It's popular here for milling, painted millwork profiles." Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you get it and you send it through a mill machine or something like that, it's great. It cuts good. It finishes well. For painting, you're fine. But like you said, it has its time and place. Rebel Rouser says, "Edge gets a vacation." Yeah, basically I can take off whenever I damn well please at my job because I can't get fired from there. I've tried. It hasn't worked. I've even went as far as telling my boss to fire me, and he's like, "No, we need you." So I take off whenever I want. But I do get vacation time. Tundra Whisper says, I would need to see the stools before I could say. Yeah, exactly. Is softwood easier than hardwood to work with? Well, it depends. Hardwood, in my opinion, you can get a better finish on it. Softwood, you have a lot of tear out and you have to sand to a higher grit, as far as I'm concerned. Rebel Rouser says, yeah, high back chairs. I don't know TW. TW is a woodworker. He is. Not really. Hardwood machines, much better, especially when you get the moisture content way down around 6 to 8. Exactly. And that's where it works great for me for being able to turn bowls. Same thing with millwork and cabinetry and all that kind of stuff. As long as you're under 10%, the movability of it is drastically reduced. So if you're at 12%, you're going to have some movement. If you're at 10%, you're going to have an extreme amount less. If you're at 8%, you're probably going to have 20, 30 times less movement than what you would at the 12%. And that's why a lot of people rough turn bowls, like my salad bowl that I made, or that I'm in the process of making, because it was wet. So I'm using what's called a twice turn method. And you turn it, you leave about 10 to 15% on the bowl of what you want it to be finished at. 10 to 15% of the diameter. So if you have a 14-inch bowl, you need to leave almost a 1.5-inch wall. So once it distorts and warps and finishes drying, you go back and you turn it, bring it back into being round, and then it's not going to move, warp, crack, split, check, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully that answered your question.
Honey, everything's a shade of red.
Wow. Ty Custom says, hello, Edge and Courtney. Hello, sir. How are you doing? You were doing a lot of fun stuff over there. Do you follow Ty?
Mm-hmm.
I love all
good clean work.
Yeah, he can take like a fixer-upper and like double the profit. He does great work. Rebel Rouser says, hi, Ty. And Ty says, hi, Rebel. Thunder Whisper says, here's a tip to anyone in the cost of cherry is a bit much. You can use what they call a poor man's cherry, alder. Yeah, another good wood. But if I buy alder, I'm putting it in my smoker. Sorry. It has the same grain patterns, and you get the cherry tinted stain on it, and boom. Yeah, but then there's people like you that actually want cherry, and well, then you're SOL. So, that's basically where I'm at.
You gonna show my car now? No? Alright.
Rebel Sour. Wow. Why didn't you make Courtney's wing out of wood? Well, first off, integrity. It wouldn't have worked well.
That would look really ridiculous.
It would be great if we could just park it somewhere, but
I'm gonna go ahead and say next to the wooden wing.
Tundra Whisperer says, I know it's hard to not have the real thing. Now, you see, and that's the thing. If somebody was looking for ash, elm, alder, something like that, you can kind of get away with it because they all look kind of the same. But when people want cherry, I mean, they want that sheen, they want that finish, they want that grain to pop when they put the finish on it. You just really don't get that with alder when you stain it. I'm sorry. With a wooden grill and mud flaps. I think Rebel's taking it a little far. So, T-Dub, what did you think about them glue ups? Do you want me to take you down there and show them? I can show them to you. Because, now you know. I actually got 8-quarter maple for $6, which was awfully nice. You know what? Let me just take TW down and show him.
Bye.
And I also have to I have to go check on my my glow ups anyway to see if I can pop them off. All right. Oh, I just blinded the crap out of you guys. All right. Here we go. I actually have a doorknob on my shop now. And boy, I'll tell you, I love this lighting in here and the sound is so much better. I have a custom CVG fur vanity that turned out really nice. Fur can be finicky, but looks gorgeous. You know what? I like fur, but I hate the tear out that I get. But I've mainly used it for like decorative bowls and stuff like that, or vases. And there's a horrible amount of tear out. But TW, have you found out who makes these yet? Because I really want to know. I haven't been able to find it. I've been researching it. Ty is heading down to Vegas. Well, you have fun, and I hope you enjoy your trip. It should be nice weather there. Now, is it business or pleasure, Ty? Rebel Rouser says, and the pets, safe travels, Ty? So, let me see. Here we go. Let me grab one of these. Man, this thing isn't light. Yeah, I'm going to have to find out. Maybe I'll try and, like, BS Powermatic, which I don't think will happen. So, what do you think about that, TW? Got a nice joint line there. Nice glue. Nice and flat. Look at the finish that joiner gives. I mean, just look at the sheen that... Oh, my God. I love it. So, actually... yeah, Rebel, I have a PM 2000. 2000D at that. So, here we go. I'm going to tilt you down. You're actually on top of Rob's mom's bowl blanks. So if you guys can see, I put a thin line of cherry in between two pieces of maple. So when it's done, it's going to be, this is a roll of paper towels. So it's going to be roughly, it's going to be about this big when they get done. Maybe a little bit shallower, but this is about the size they're going to be. And here's another one here that I have to, I still have to glue up. So, and you're going to be sitting on this one because I'm going to unglue TW's blanks. Which, by the way, guys, I love these Bessie K-bodies. These things are amazing. Stay. Man, that's a heavy piece of wood. So, all right, that glue's dry. So let me see if I can tilt you guys down a little bit more without knocking you over. Sorry, it's shaky. So, now you can see that it's not fully finished because this is going to go back through my planer. This side is nice and smooth. So I'll just hit this real quick, get the extra glue off, take this off. But, yep, that's that one. Let's see what the other one looks like. And man, cherry is heavy. I never knew cherry was that heavy until you start getting, you know, above the 6-quarter material. So let's see what we got here. All right. And there's another one. Look at that. And yes, as you guys can see, I use painter's tape so I don't have to clean up my clamps. Still a little bit wet, but once this sits overnight in a heated room, we're going to be fine. You can barely even tell where that seam is on there. So, this is basically going to get glued up like this. So let me grab you guys back again. So what do you think about that? Is that going to be a good size for you, TW? I mean, it has to be cut round, but, you know, my shop is a wreck right now. Oh my God, it's a mess. So let me see what we got size-wise here. There you go. What do you think about that, T-Dub? That going to be good for you? Honestly, cherry is a pain in the butt to glue. But there you go. There's that. So you're going to be at about 13 by 6. A finished product will be about... Your finished product will be probably about 12.5 by 5.5, give or take. Oops. I need to leave that on. Actually, when I glue up cherry, I like to make sure that... Oh man, this echo is horrible. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. When I glue up cherry, I like to make sure that there's long grain against long grain. Because I've had issues when I do cherry any other way, that cherry doesn't tend to glue up well. It really doesn't. So, like when I glue, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them round, and then I'll offset it by like 45 degrees. So that way when I glue the whole thing together, there'll be none of the seams overlap. All the grain will be in different directions, and it'll hold the glue really good. Well, thank you, T-Dub. Yeah, I don't like gluing cherry. I really don't. For some reason, me and cherry don't get along. That long tabletop that I did for my friend, probably about a month ago, I ended up needing to resaw one of them seams and re-gluing it. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't take well at all to glue. So you definitely have to use a good glue. And I also make sure that the temperature is the right temperature. You have a nice clean surface. You know, you got to make sure that everything is... When you do cherry, you got to make sure it's good. And I've noticed that with a lot of the more dense woods. A lot of the more dense woods don't really... a lot of the dense woods don't really appreciate glue at all, quite frankly. Even when you do Purple Heart doesn't really like it. Now Maple loves it. It sucks it up, and you have a bond stronger than a mom and their kid. It's ridiculous.
Did they enjoy show and tell?
Yes, TW likes it. Yes, I do. When I do cherry, sometimes when I do cherry, I'll use Type-On 3. Yeah, I use Type-On 2 on that.
Yeah.
And it should come out fine. I make sure I kind of over glue it, and you know, I make sure I squeeze a lot of it out, and so I make sure I get full coverage on it, even though 90% of that's not even going to be there anymore. 90% of that's just going to be thrown in the trash, which is really sad. Isn't it?
It's not as bad as the food waste in this country.
No, it's not. So,
Don't get me started now.
Rebel Rouser says, interesting. Soup? Yep, Courtney's having soup.
Mm-hmm.
So, look at cherry and maple under a microscope. It will surprise you on how different the wood pores are. Yeah, a lot. I've actually heard that before. Maple kind of has like tunnels, and cherry is more just like random pits. Am I right in saying that? And that's, it's like a bunch of little like dimples rather than wood actually going in tubes almost.
Just stop.
So it does kind of suck the glow up cherry, but as long as you do it right and you have a good finish and you have nice flat surfaces against flat, you shouldn't have any problems. And you just got to make sure that you don't mess with it until it's fully cured. Like yours, I won't compress them together and glue them up until at least tomorrow night, maybe Tuesday morning, because I like to let cherry wait as long as possible. Now, cherry to maple works out fine. Hey. Starting to feel like crap again?
Mm-hmm.
Courtney feels like crap.
So
Okay. What do you do with the leftover shavings and dust?
go in my flower beds.
Yeah, they normally go in the trash.
They go in my flower bed. What?
Yeah, they do go in your flower beds, but when I'm producing 100 pounds of shavings a month,
Goes in my flower beds.
no, it does not go in the flower beds. But yeah, there will be some mixed in with the flower beds for like mulch type stuff. Cherry, like when it comes out of the planer, if I can catch it out of the planer, I will use some of that for when I smoke meats. But or like hickory or something like that I could use, or alder. Like the drop-offs and chunks, I'll use that for smoking meats. Thunder Whisperer says, yes, maple has more consistent pattern to lock together the grains with glue. Yeah, and maple is, honestly, you could like push maple together and hold on. Yeah, maple is great to glue up. I love gluing up maple. So, I haven't made cabinets, but I will be making cabinets. I definitely will be. I started doing some of my little rolling cart things that I need to do for my shop. So before I do my cabinets, I'm going to see what I screw up on them with them. But like cabinet doors and stuff like that, they're fairly simple. So, but
Oh, Bailey.
ridiculous. So, that's kind of what I've been up to. Sorry I was late. I was busy. I was working. So basically that's what we're doing. I'm going to be, very needy puppy. Extremely needy. So I probably won't be on social media too much this week. Just mainly because, we have people visiting and they're going to be staying in our other house and, that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, that's basically what I'm up to. That's kind of how the shop's coming along. Oh, I ordered my dust collection ducting. That should be here next week. The end of next week or the beginning of the following week. Most likely the beginning of the following week. So it'll be a lot healthier to work down there. So, if that's about it, I'm going to head out and get breakfast. because I don't think I ate today, have I?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I've eaten today. All right, see you, T-Dub. Have a nice night. I'm getting out of here too. So, guys, have a nice night. Enjoy your week. Hopefully, you have a good Monday. And Rebel, it's not that I'm eating breakfast in the evening. It's that I haven't had anything to eat all day. I haven't had breakfast yet. So, guys, have a nice week. Thank you all for joining me. And to everybody that's sick, hope you feel better. And get well soon, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And maybe I'll do a random one throughout the week.
Bye, guys.